Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. Well, I got a lesson for you today. Put the seatbelt on, get your popcorn. I'm about to do some teaching today. I got a lesson for you. Let's go. Right, is there 25 rules to live by? Storyteller, story with a message. Message the story for life. I give life lessons. You tuned in, you tuned receiving them. The numbers looking good. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, and yeah, I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. That's how I did it. AKA, know thyself. This is a very important message. Knowing thyself, meaning you have self mastery over yourself, and you get that by studying, learning from somebody who done it. Okay, that's the idea. Now, the question, knowing thyself, and that's my mission, that all my right thinkers do just that. So I got to do what I got to do for that to happen for you. So let's go. Right thinkers, do you know yourself? Know thyself. Do you know you? If not, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they even know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is teachable. They're simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. Excuse me. A person who knows not, got a bunch of these, and believe that they know is just dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know it's okay. They're asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I picked up a book that I haven't had in a while. Okay, this is part two of my Egyptian yoga book that I started out with. And I gave this book to my son when I was all amped up, excited to get the information to him. He had it for a while. I got in the car one day. I saw it on the floor. I said, what's up with that? He said, Dad, nothing for nothing. What you, just new stuff that you want? Respectfully, it's cool, but I'm still working on the old stuff. It's working for me. My man, thank you. I take the book back. So I'm back in the book again. I just got it back. So it's some information in here that I got to get out. And it's funny because you think I got a revelation. And the title of this lesson is Right Thinkers. Let's talk about I am set. Get that set in. What? Mm. But after I finish this lesson, you'll understand. Hopefully, that's my point. Let's go. See, Set is the narrative who symbolizes what? The egoistic tendencies of human beings. Set is the aspect, listen, of the human mind which impulses of selfishness, greed, mischievousness, lust, boastfulness, arrogance, vanity, anger, indulgence, and sense pleasures, undisciplined, impulsiveness, rudeness, etc. All these are negative qualities of every individual who is egoistic or satanian in conduct. Why? Because if you do any of those things, you are satanian. That's why. Okay. Nothing on that was good. So if that's what you represent, check yourself. Okay, watch this. Now, the definition of the name Set includes extroverted, meaning outgoing, emitting nature, prideful, insolence, okay? All these again, negative qualities, and most egoistic people have these qualities and tendencies in their character. Don't even know it half the time. Now, according to Plutarch, a Greek writer back in the day, Set, watch this, is the name of one who fell, excuse me, who is full of what? Ignorance and error, tears in pieces and conceals that holy doctrine which the goddess Aset collects and compiles and delivers it to those who aspire after the most perfect participation in divine nature, meaning your ego tore up your soul. Your wisdom, which I said, put it back together. Sound like the Humpty Dumpty story, but Isis, or I said, had the wherewithal to put him back together to have one last fling and give birth to the offspring. That's the immaculate conception. That's the story. That's those black. But that's the whole concept. Everything that's bad, egoistic, those are all the qualities. And watch this. For those who aspire to want to know the truth, my right thinkers, that's for y'all, aspirants. Watch this. Egoism produces what? Ignorance and error. And what that do? Block wisdom, which is why a set and set are natural enemies. She's wisdom, he's ignorant. They can't go together. Understand that? So they were mortal enemies. Watch this. And why? Because ignorance set will block wisdom and experience of the divine. Wisdom, intuitive knowledge gets you to God. Set keeps you away from God, aka the ego, edging God out. The acronym for ego is what it means. The set don't care about God. That's egoistic mentality. That's the mindset for people who think like that, feel like that. And it's a lot of us. Well, watch this. Right thinkers. The task of what? Supplementing or controlling the ego is embodied in what? The Egyptian story of the battle between Haru and Set, which is a part of the Assyrian resurrection mystery. The book from Assyrian resurrection, Egyptian, they got the ancient Egyptian Bible. Now, in the myth, the story goes, Set, who represents egoism in all human beings, not some, all human beings have ego. Why? We identify ourselves with who we are, and that's your ego self. Watch this. Now, egoism in all human beings acting out of what? Greed, jealousy, killed his brother. Asar represents what? The human soul. That's the spirit that's in us, God. And watch this. And then tore his body into 14 pieces. Isis came out, found 13 with the help of Tahuti, that, and another guy, my man, Sabek, the crocodile guy, found them, put them back together. Only thing was missing with the penis, another story. But yeah, watch this. Aset represents putting things back together. That's your knowledge, understanding how to do the puzzle without the instructions. Some people got that now to just look at something and figure it out. That's the power of intuitive wisdom. Now, due to this act of jealousy from Set against his brother, now when Aset brought him back, she gave birth to what? Harut, the son of Asar, and he represents what? Spiritual aspiration and righteous action, aka Maya. When you do that, engage in that started, excuse me, when Set killed Asar, the son was born, which is Haru of Asar, and he represents spiritual restoration. That's you wanting to be your best self. You got to live what? Righteous and perform righteous action, aka that's my philosophy. And what happens? You're engaging in what? The struggle. Here we go. Against who? Set, your ego self, to redeem his father, which is his higher self. He must do what? Redeem the I, the center of his power, which Set did what? Stolen, poked his eye out, made him not be able to see, metaphorically, and Tahuti helped him repair it. So watch this. Set as the lower ego self is what? I hear y'all say Dove was in constant conflict. Dove always working with his what? The ego is in constant, continuous conflict with Haru. That's your good and your bad. Your ego considered it bad. They always fighting, aka the holy war. But the fight is inside you. You the determining factor. If you're ignorant of being Haru, you're gonna lose that fight because you're gonna let the ego have its way with you. So you under set influence, Satanian, you're gonna do all those negative things and think it's okay. But watch this. When they're in constant battle with Haru, what do Haru? Haru represents the rebirth of the soul. Sound familiar? Or your higher self, as in what? Incarnation of who? His father, only begotten son. But that won't work. Why? Because Asar got two sons. Haru wasn't the first. His first son is Anubis, represents discernment. He wants you to be able to know good from evil. Haru getting that lesson now, he learned it. But Anubis already got that lesson. So Set can't mess with him. Moving on. Haru, his father, excuse me. Haru is the offspring of his father. Watch this. Now, after a long 80-year conflict, what I consider time, Haru succeeds in what? Controlling Set, aka his ego. How? By reconstructing the damaged eye, putting it back together, and gaining control over what? Set's sexual energy. The story goes, when Set claimed he's gonna be okay, he's okay with Haru coming and taking over the kingship. So he invited him over to his house. Sound familiar? For dinner and wishing him love. Tried to have sex with him. Yeah, tried to do his nephew. Sound like some other uncles we got right here doing that nonsense. So it's been going on a long time. That's the concept. But they want you to understand that mentality, that sexual desire drive. You will have sex with man, woman, animal. It doesn't make a difference until you what? Control your lower nature, fellas. We got to get past that pleasure zone. Okay, that's the concept. But watch this. And it tells you the task. Okay, here you go. Now, when this occurs, watch this. When he conquered his sexual desires were set, put him in check. When this occurs, what happened? Haru becomes the infidelic concept of Amsu Men. That's the guy you see with the big penis out. Okay, that's him showing you he controlled that. Set had no control over his. Okay, understand that. Or you got Haru in what? In the aspect of overpowering what? The enemies of his father, which is the ego. That's Set. They are enemies. You are a mortal enemy against Set. Now, after that struggle, Set ends up what? This what makes me believe I'm Set. After the struggle, Set ends up in what? The service of the soul, aka Ra or Asar, his brother. End up. Okay. This is symbolized by what? The depiction of Set assisting the voyage of the sacred barge of Ra as it transverses in the heavens and is attacked by the fiends, aka chaos, negative thoughts, and feelings and unrighteousness, who at one time was what? Previously Set's accomplices, his buddies. 72, he has 72 buddies he conspired to trap Osiris in the coffin. Another lesson. But Set had allies who were just as bad. They did say the angel had bad. Set had bad people hanging out with him, doing his bidding too. It's always been around. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Well, watch this. After that, Set's energy, which is better. I tell you, they say it is the size of the dog in the fight, is the size of the fight in the dog. Set is a big dog inside you because he got more fight than anybody else. Watch this. Set's energy is transformed from what? Raw sexuality to what? This is what sexual retention means. You go from having that raw sexuality, watch this, into what? Spiritual ecstasy. Okay? And placed in what? The service of the soul. I use the concept of when I was that bad guy, I served bad good. I was diligent at my job. I produced drugs. I sold them fast. I could do a whole bunch. I was good at that. But the kicker is, I used that same mentality when I started serving God. And that's what Set did. He became a defender of Ra against all the stuff that he used to do. That's my concept of becoming Ra. So let me move on. Set becomes what? A champion who fights against the forces of evil. I used to be evil. I don't like them people no more. I'm against them now. Him too, to make a difference. If you are not living doing right, I'm against you. Understand that. Whatever we used to do, whatever you know I did, I don't do that anymore. So understand that, and I'm against you. I'm a good guy now. Not perpetrating, acting. I'm a good guy. So understand that I'm God's gangster. I'm a gangster for God now, not that other guy. So moving on. Yeah, that's my analogy. That's my concept. I had to get that down. So watch this. Set fights against the forces of what? Anger, hate, greed, lust, sound familiar, etc. Which in what? In the past, he himself represented. That's what made me say, yeah, I'm Set. I used to be all of that. Now I'm doing what I right now. Moving on. Done with the book. Now this is mine. Yeah, right now. Got a little more time. Okay, now I'm trying to take too much time. I want to get this point across. I really want to make this point. Now, title. Right? Think. Let's talk about why I am set. Yeah, you heard me. I am set. And so are you. Why? Once you know yourself, you will prove it too. Why? Because you know you're not the person you used to be. The things that you used to do, you no longer do. So you reversed it, you flipped it. I know of some young guys, preachers in Trenton, talked to them, prior hustlers in the game, did the same thing. And most of us, I try to tell you, the best good guy is what? A good bad guy who became good. That's me. That's set. Understand? We don't get to see that part. Why? Because in the end, him and Haru tying down the real chaos, the real evil one, Apophis. That's in Isfan. Those are real chaos and evil forces. Set is just ego. He just don't know no better. That's why you have to control him, put him under your control. I'm still, what's this? I'm still who I am with self-knowledge now. And my life experience, I know me now. Didn't know me then. Searching, wishing, hoping, whatever, but I had no clue who I was. I was just doing what I thought, misled. If you following the wrong leader, you're going to end up in the wrong place. Simple as that. Being loyal to the wrong person don't get you nothing but heartbreak and suffering. Trust me. We all are what? Divine in our essence and the spirit. But our free will, which is this thing up in our head, is our ego. That's what the body goes with this. It needs to connect with this. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you just working on this, we know our ego self. Like this. We know our ego self before we learn to become our higher self. It's a natural order, progression. We start from the bottom and work your way up. This is why Set represents a four-legged animal, earthbound. The devil is in hell. He can't go to heaven. Y'all say you kicked out. He never was in heaven. Okay, never occupied a spot in heaven. His place has always been here. Understand that conceptually. Sorry about that. Get back to the lesson. Let me get this thing over. Let me tell you why I'm stuck. I'm still who I always been or was going to be. Why? But finding that out was up to me. Finding your real self, your higher self, that's up to every individual. When I've done that, since I've done it, all I want to do is help you with that. That's how I do what I do for you. That's the purpose. That's the concept. That's where it comes from. The phrase, that dog in you is set. It ain't the size of the fighting dog. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight. The size of the fighting the dog. Set is your dog. That's the fight that's in you. Some of us give in. Set, don't give in. He will fight to the bitter end. That's why I love the character. Now I'm loving him more. Why? I realize that's me. I don't give in either. If I'm opposing you, you got to take me out. Why? So I'm not giving in. I'm not going to say, Uncle, kill me. Take me down. Why? I'm not giving you satisfaction. Like the Igbo tribe, quick lesson. African tribe, they got taken, enslaved, captive, brought over here. When they got off the ship, they walked straight to the water. Men, women, children, singing, holding hands. They refused to be slaves, so they would die first. And they took that route to walk in the water and drown themselves collectively. I'm one of them. Okay, when I'm against you, I'm against you all the way. I'm not just a little bit against you. No, it's 100% against you. Trust me. If you ever know me, you know once you become an enemy, we're done pretty much. One shot. I was taught to fight back against anyone who meant me harm. Simple as that. All that turn of the cheek. No, I'm not buying that. I come from the ghetto projects in the hood. My man, you slap me. That's like saying that's an invitation to fighting, because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to come back. Simple as that. I'm not going to say, oh, turn my no, my man. It's going down. And I learned how to fight when before I was 6. So been doing it for a little while now. Pretty good at it. Don't do much more now. My mom told me, when you're going to start fighting, when people start provoking me to do it, I'm going to defend myself. I'm not going to never not defend myself, so I'm going to fight until my dying day. Simple as that. It ain't going to stop. I won't back down from a fight, but I will stand for what I believe in, be it good or bad. I was a drug dealer. Man, I'm proud to be a drug dealer. I'm 100%. Well, I'm giving down my shit. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a bad guy. Deal with it. I'm gangster. I'm going that nonsense. But that was my mindset. Again, I was 100% invested. If it came down to doing what I had to do, ain't even a second thought. Understand that. Moving on. That's street mentality. That's survival mentality. That's that low level thinking. That's why it's easy for them to do what they do. I'd have done just as easy. If I had to, I'd have done the same thing. Why? That's the level that I'm thinking about. And that was on. Simple. So how can you just kill somebody? If they're trying to kill me, I gotta kill them. I know people got killed for just saying they would kill somebody. So yeah, it makes a difference. Moving on. Now, I was a bad man, gangster, drug dealer, but that was my choice. And I was pretty good at it, I thought. Like everybody to the time run out when you got to pay them dues, okay? So, yeah. And when at that time, I took full responsibility for my actions and I learned from them and changed. Why? Going to prison ain't part of my lifestyle. I let that concept go. Came out, got me a job at UPS, the rest is history. But that's what I'm saying. You can mess up one time. But no, once is enough. So understand that. And nobody is in for messing up one time. Wow. Check out this concept. This one I read, I kept thinking about it. Set, listen to this one, another concept. Set is the animal, is a dog. Okay? The animal, the set animal is the dog. Funny, look, yeah, dog. Watch this. But dog is man's best friend, right? So they say, but Set is the enemy of man. So they say, but if you spell dog backward, what it mean? Set is God. Revelation time. That's one of them. Oh my God, moment. No, see, that's a more white woman got not skimming. Euclid. Eureka. What? I got it. It hit. The light went on. Yeah. Set. They bought it, but they good. They good. What's this? Set is what? A hard worker. The hard, I tell you, he's the strongest, hardest working God in all the pantheon of God and goddesses. Can't be beat. That's why they showed the movie. He didn't care about nobody. Why? He the baddest man going. I run this until Haru came up, the highest self. That's the only one who could take out the lower self is the highest self. Okay, moving on. Watch this. Now, Set the hard worker, and all the time he's ready to what? Perform. He don't care if it's good or bad. When it's time to have sex, he don't care if it's the male or female. He gonna do what he gonna do. So if you can't control those urges, those desires, you're gonna do those things. Simple as that. That's just the way it is. Set, watch this, will do what makes him feel good. No concerns for other, no regard, no respect, no conscience, no. That's inhuman. Okay, that's the mentality that you got to have if that's what you're doing. Set, excuse me. Set is set. He will do what he do. You have to what? Gain control of him and have him do what you want him to do for you, not the other way around. If you are a slave to your ego, your life is fettered. You have constant drama. You're always having something going on that you claim you had nothing to do with, but you are the instigator of all your problems. That's what the fetter is, self-inflicted issues. Set, watch this. When put in check, there you go, aka control, will be your hardest working aspect of your character. I use him when I just use it. Matter of fact, I was in that city last night, got home 2 o'clock in the morning. At 5 o'clock, my eyes open. Okay, Set. Showtime. Why? I'm tired as I'll get up. I don't really want to get up. I want to do this today. And today is Set got me up, doing what I'm doing, and got me on my way to the gym. At 5:30, I'm in there doing my grind. Well, a few hours ago, I'm on the road trying to get home because my eyes is heavy. So when you put Set in the service mode, he'll do what he got to do. I didn't take no Red Bull, none of that nonsense. Nope, Set, showtime. Put the ego to work. That's what it's there for, to use for your benefit, not to be used by it. That's when I wrap it up. I should have looked a little long, but I hope you got this lesson. I think this is a good one. Set versus Haru. Now, Set and Haru together is what? One unstoppable force. That's greatness within yourself. Why? Because you got both forces working together in harmony as one. I love that idea. Yeah, I had to put that down. Now watch this. Haru is the only one who can put Set in check. And that's you. your higher self. So you don't have to go outside yourself to do anything for you, to you, about you. It all happens between the ears and in the heart, and put the mind together. You got something working. Don't forget studying. I got the books. That's what I do. Why? Once I get it put together, I'm gonna give it to you. Okay? You trust I'm giving you? Roll with it. Trust me. Let's go. Wrapping up. Appreciate you again. Right thinkers, Set and Haru are both in you. Like yin and yang, they go together. You can't separate one. Your ego is going. You can't kill. You can't destroy the ego. I hate them so-called spiritual people. You gotta kill the ego. You gotta destroy the ego. No, you got to put the ego in the service mode where he belongs. Why? He will acquiesce and do whatever you need him to do. I just explained that to you. That's why. Other than that, ego will run you, and you're going to swear to God you're doing right, and really you just doing wrong as two left shoes. Most of y'all know that already, but ego driven will make you continue. Why? Until something changes. Moving on. Right thinkers, we are born Haru. But Set is also there too. Why? You can't separate them. So you are them, they are you. It's up to you to figure out who you are. AKA know thyself. I'm giving you the tools to make that happen. Last one. Knowing thyself is not easy to do. That's why I help you by doing what I do for you. I put my work in to help it a little easier for you. All you gotta do is tune in, pay attention, and put it to use. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out. I'll be back.